know if you guys have noticed, but recently you're seeing a lot of signs that say to register to vote. That means it is time for us to start voting for a presidential election. So on November, we're going to vote for a president that we have or a new president. So it's really important that everyone is registered to vote. So we're going to draw today a picture of Uncle Sam who tells you to vote. Today we are going to draw Uncle Sam. And if you look under the images for today, under the examples, you'll see a picture of the old poster from World War II for Uncle Sam. And today we're going to draw him, but we're going to tell him to tell everybody to vote. So you are going to hold your paper the tall way. And once you hold it the tall way, you guys are going to use a pencil. I'm going to use Sharpie, but you guys are going to use pencil. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make a big U. So we're going to start with a big U in the middle of the page. Once we draw the big U, we're going to make two straight lines for our neck, a curve right here, and then we're going to make our shoulders come off the page. Remember, your shoulders are bigger than your head. To make it look more like Uncle Sam, we're going to make a straight line across the head. I know that looks weird, we just chopped his head off, but it looks okay in a second. And then we're going to come here on the side and loop it back. Same thing over here, come here and then loop it back. He wears a hat like Abe Lincoln, a really tall top hat. So we're going to draw a top hat. So now that we've drawn that, we draw a straight line to the top and straight line to the top of the page. So right now we have our top hat. Now, right now he needs some ears. So let's make a curve here and a curve here. Remember to draw the curve of the ear and then a hole. Curve and a hole. So right now we have two half circles for our ears. Now we're going to start the nose. Now this is going to be a little strange how we're going to start. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to start in the middle of the face, a U, kind of like a little smiley face. Once we draw a little smiley face, we're going to do a curve, a C, and a backward C. Once we draw those, we're going to do two straight lines. 1, 2. So right now you have a nose, and it's a realistic nose. Next to the nose, we're going to draw the eye. So let's make one curve, two curve. Now you don't want to put your eyes up here because that will be your forehead, but you want to do them right about where the nose is. So do that, make the curve on the bottom, and then inside the eye, we're going to make two curves on each side, two curves on each side. Once we draw that, make two dots for the pupils, and then we're going to do our eyelids. So make a curve over the eye for your eyelids. Now, Uncle Sam does have these big bushy eyebrows, so we're going to make big bushy eyebrows for him. And then for his mouth, we're just going to make a curve down like that. And then a little line for his chin. He does have a little goatee, so we're going to make a little goatee right here. And he has kind of long, curly white hair. Not super curly, but just longer. So we're going to make little curls on the side. And this is like a white or gray hair. So we have now drawn Uncle Sam. And if you have a little hair here, we can also draw a little hair right here, if you want. So right here, we're going to add a bow tie. We're going to make a circle right here, and then we're going to make a U shape and a U shape, or loops, two loops. Once we draw the loops, he does wear a jacket. So we're going to make a V. So now he has a suit. Now, if you want, you can give him a striped jacket. Maybe you want to give him stripes. Maybe you want to have him a blue jacket with a red bow tie and a white shirt. And then on the hat, why don't we do this? Because we want people to vote. We're going to make a line. And why don't we write the word vote up here? If you don't want that there, you could put it on the side. You could put it in his bow tie. But don't add 100 of them. Just pick one that you would like to pick. If you want, you can also give him stripes on his hat. You can add stars. If in the background you want to add stars, you can. To make it like a flag. So this is all about voting. Now let's talk about colors. Let's use crayons today to color. So I'm going to pour out my crayons. He is normally a peach color, but if you want him brown or tan, that's fine. Make him whatever you want. So I'm going to color him peach for mine, but you can color him any skin color that you think will look great for him. So take your time, color his whole face, his ears. Don't forget his ears and his neck. But don't color his goatee. And before I forgot to tell you this part, now that I'm coloring, after you draw with pencil, do not forget to trace with a black marker, a Sharpie, a black marker, a crayon, or a color pencil. Don't forget that part, so I forgot to tell you that. Do that before you color. So I made an error. Make sure you trace before you color. Don't follow the perfect steps I did, because I made a mistake. And I know you guys know how to trace. Now, like I said, his hair, and his eyebrows are white, and so is goatee. Let's make his eyes. We're going to color the circle part of the eyes. And then you guys can color your outfits however you want. You could do red, white, and blue. You can mix colors up, but I would stick with the American flag colors because that's usually what he wears, American flag colors. So if you want to make his suit red, white, and blue, if you just want to make it all blue, his suit, that's fine. But remember, you have a bow tie and a shirt, or a bow tie, shirt, and jacket. And I'd like you to take your time, go slow. You can always add yellow for your stars or white in the background. When you are finished coloring him, you need to color your background. You're going to pick a color that you think will look great. So I'm going to pick orange, and you're going to color the whole background one color. You're going to go slow, get all the white spots. Get all the white spots. Don't scribble. Go a lot slower than I am. But I just want you to see that the whole background will be colored in. Oops, I went so fast I colored over my star. So that if that happens, just make that star. Press harder with your crayon and pick a darker color. So that's a way to fix that. When you are finished, you are going to take a picture of it, and you are going to load it up into Seesaw under the assignment so I can see them. And I cannot wait to see your vote now with Uncle Sam. So make sure that everyone votes in November.